All right. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is episode 168. Sex number. Lima time.
Never forget.
No, we've got to, and we're going to blow it out for next week's episode 169. Like y'all aren't.
No, we're not going to. We're not going to do anything for it.
We are. We're going to, we'll film sex acts.
Actually, I was tricking you. I was going to let you think that we were going to say nothing, and I've already have a pinata made.
The sex pinata.
Yeah, and obviously it's for Sex Easter. It's just Junction Jack. He's the Sex Easter bunny. He's the real sex. He's the real Sex Easter bunny. He's Junction Jack.
So funny. Episode 168. Soccer season is over. I watched one of the most panic attack inducing games this morning with Leeds United. Obviously we're going to spend most of the time now that we have a new CBA and spring training officially has started and games will be played this week. We are going to spend most of our time talking about Leeds United, Norwich City.
Yeah.
So everyone strap in.
How are you liking the new manager? Because you were none too pleased about that little move.
So it's kind of crazy because like there have been similarities between the Astros and Leeds United for a while now. And
ooh, I don't know if I buy this. Let me hear you out.
So my thing was like, and no, I don't know that there's ever been a team or a fan base that has just rallied around a manager like Leeds fans rallied around Marcelo Bielsa. Okay. And he ended up getting fired a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and everyone is just devastated. And then they bring in the American Jesse Marsch, which is really weird saying because he's an American, like ESPN is like they cover Leeds United now because it's like an American that's the manager of a Premier League team. And I don't know that that's happened before, but it was sort of like everyone kind of thought like Bielsa would retire at the end of the year and they'd go get Jesse Marsch and their styles.
Hold on. Is that Randy Marsh from South Park's brother? I
think so. Yes.
Okay. That's all I needed. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no. And so, everyone was like, okay, well, this summer we're going to go get Jesse Marsch to take over the team because like it's not that big of a tactical difference. Like they have the same sort of style. And then they just couldn't. I don't know why exactly. But they decided we're going to go ahead and fire Bielsa now and bring in Jesse Marsch. Well, it's kind of like if Luno was ever going to leave, then you get someone from Tampa Bay like James Click to come in because like he's been doing the same thing. And so it was sort of a natural kind of progression. The Luno gets banned from base. I don't know that he got banned from base. He got suspended for a year and it was essentially a ban from baseball. But Click kind of picks up where he left off, and that's sort of what Leeds have done. It was good. It's a good thing. I'm fine with it.
Click. Good. That's good. I'm glad. I want somebody that's a severe tactician to help you when you are relegated and try to get back up.
Not gonna happen. That
No.
goal in the 94th minute saved it. Like this one dude, 19-year-old kid from Liverpool saved Leeds season. Amazing. Oh no, we froze.
That's fitting. That's good. I really don't want you to be relegated. That was the only point of reference. I know I haven't been following the football because I've been having to follow Click's meandering interviews that say absolutely nothing.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah, no, and it is. But I mean, I'm just like I'll be sitting there like, what is he? He's not even saying things. They're not even like cliches. They're just like it's pretty impressive. The only person I've seen better than that is Trump. At just talking in circles and connecting stuff that doesn't connect, and somehow people buy it. But
yeah,
I'm just like, man, he's not saying a thing.
There's no, he's talking, and there are words, but you cannot form them into a coherent. It's not coherent. It's just this dude will spend 5 minutes not answering a question. Like it's a skill, and I guarantee you he was a straight A student because teachers eat that crap up.
Oh no! It looks like my internet is unstable. It's gone up. My internet's kind of gone off its meds.
I just turned the Wi-Fi off on my phone, just in case.
I did that as well. My internet is schizophrenic and it's gone off its meds and it's just not good. So we'll just see what happens.
I'm closing tabs. I don't have that many open, but I'm doing my part. So
No,
okay,
it said it was mine because it put it in big. It put it in big block letters.
says your connection's unstable. I've gotten that. I'm like, buddy, you don't know the half of it. My connection.
Yeah, it's
is
really
very,
yeah. It's like yeah, more than that's unstable, Bucko.
yeah,
Anyway,
that's not the only thing, brother. So okay, so
brother.
Carlos Correa, there's no movement whatsoever. When does Correa sign with any team?
Move. Short-term deal with Houston, 3 or 4 years. You could still leave before 30 and go get a ridiculous contract. So I don't know. That's my thinking, but who knows? He gave his medicals to the Yankees.
The first part kind of cut off, but I'm assuming you were talking about giving him like 3 years, $150 million.
Yeah, 4 years, but yeah, that's pretty much the same thing.
4 years, 150.
Yep.
I think that's the only way he's going to stay in Houston, and the shirt sales will pay for themselves. That'll pay for itself. So I think you're right. I think that would get it done. What matters to Correa is the largest contract, not the largest AAV, and so he wants $10 more than Lindor is got. And I don't know that just having the highest annual value, average value would do it. But if he doesn't have any other offer on the table, that could get him. I mean, I think that's the only way it's going to happen.
I think that's a stupid. I mean, I understand it. I mean, these guys have ego. Correa's, we like him and we love him and we want some more of him. We try so hard, but I was gonna keep doing the lyrics, but I'm not gonna do that. He's always had an ego. He's been low key. He's been low key like saying questionable things since he was a rookie, and we just chalked it up to like bravado and he's an elite athlete and all this stuff. But he's kind of I don't know. I mean, I love him. I'm just saying he might be the one that does need that benchmark. But I think it's stupid that that's even exist. Pick the best place for you to win and set your family up, and then who cares if you beat the dumb contract that the Mets did. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I think you're right. Like I think he's a little socio. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a touch of sociopathy there.
I was going to say gay, but that's not correct.
It's not correct. I mean, maybe it is. We don't know.
You can't say that.
It's fine if he is. Totally fine.
Oh yeah.
But
sure.
yeah, he does like it's almost like before that spring training of 2020, like when it was like know the facts or shut the F up, like that was the first time he seemed actually capable of like human emotion. Like it was always just kind of this cringy stuff where you're like, what is that? What you think a normal person is supposed to sound like? Is that why you just said what you said? And I mean, I think it was part not immaturity. He's never done like dumb stuff or said dumb stuff. He just said weird stuff. Done weird things.
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off that. No, of course, he's always said weird things. Dressed is extremely strange. I think he and Daniela just had like a coming to Jesus moment, and by coming to Jesus, they were dressed like R. Kelly, and they were at Firefest, and they were they were on segways at Firefest trying to catch up to Ja Rule. And they just something she wanted him to grow up. He was complaining about his back again because she stepped on it with her spiked heels. And he kept hurting it on Sex Easter every year. So she was sick of it. She said, "You need to fucking grow up, stop getting hurt, take care of your body, do MMA, and make sure your teeth are just a little bit lighter, because if they're not glowing, you didn't brush them." So then she gave him a look, and he went and brushed his teeth again. So.
And she threatened him with a black light. She was going to get the black light out if to make sure that he brushed his teeth well.
God, just apologies to Daniela. I love the character of the villain, but it's unprecedented, unfounded. She's never done anything bad.
No.
I just want to say, so if she's not that she's listening, because she's obviously at the Galleria buying a Prada bag, but if she did, it's just a bit. We do like you. We don't think you're terrible, but I just think that's a funny, just ran with that character, and everybody did, and all she did was just like get proposed to.
She got proposed, and she was former Miss Texas. Like that's she's pretty, and is Carlos Correa's wife, and that is literally the only two things that have happened to force this character on her that has stuck, and it's very funny.
I do bet she lights Carlos up though in the privacy of their home. Like she fucks him up.
Oh, she's
not
controlling
physically,
that relationship,
not physically,
sure.
but he's just like, yeah, he's trying to play Call of Duty or something, and she's just like unplugs the PS5 and it's just like, no, Property Brothers are on. It's the reunion show, and he's like, fuck. He just has to watch, and she talks. She loves Property Brothers. Property Brothers New York. She's got her notepad out.
Oh yeah, she's taking notes. She has like Excel. There's an Excel spreadsheet with tabs, and like one tab is Tribeca, and the other one's like Upper East Side.
Yeah. And did you ever see about the third Property Brother that's emo? Did I already talk about that last episode?
I think you did.
I've been bringing him up all the time. That's my
really funny.
It's my new thing. It's my new thing.
Real...
My Tinder profile just says I'm the fourth Property Brother, but it doesn't really help out very much. I don't know if they believe me. So anyway, so yeah, if you didn't hear last episode, there's an emo third Property Brother, and he's got emo hair. So that's it.
Yeah. So it has a My Chemical Romance license plate cover.
Yeah, he's like it was a cover, like an impersonator for some Adam. Who's the Adam Lambert?
Adam Lambert.
Oh, Adam Lambert. Yeah, so he has that haircut. He's got like middle-aged lesbian hair. Anyway, so
so I can't let this go without comment. You were thinking of a musician, and you went with Adam Wainwright, who is a pitcher for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I was thinking Rufus Wainwright.
Rufus Wainwright, who is very. I love Rufus Wainwright. I've seen him in concert like twice. And
and Adam Lambert. Yeah, and the music isn't similar, but I was just I got caught up, and then I got distracted by Scott Rowland and the folk singer Jim Edmonds, who sings old slave master songs. That's what it's a very, very questionable genre, but what are you gonna do?
Country Jim Edmonds and the Fish. I remember him.
Yeah, Edgar Renteria just yells slurs in Spanish, and
that's funny. In the weight room, like if the soccer team's in the weight room, I will make sure that at some point in that 40-minute session we play Daddy Yankee's Gasolina. And I've got
that classic.
Freaking love that song. And and everyone like rolls their eyes whenever I make sure that it's next on the playlist.
Well, and then you need to add. Do you have Bailamos on that playlist?
I don't have Bailamos. I need to,
because if you're not letting the rhythm take you over Bailamos, then I really don't know what to tell you. Need a little Bailamos on there. I think that's just about it. And you do have to have some Mr. 305. It can be in English though. Just what you have to have. That's got to be on the list. But shout out to Hispanic themed, Latin themed. I don't know. Is it Latin X? I don't know what it is, but it's.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not Tejano, but it's it's a bang. Whatever it is, it's a banger. Like for sure.
Yeah. We just know for sure it is a certified banger, Mr. 305.
Are you concerned in any way, shape, or form about Lance McCullers' elbow, forearm, shoulder, his arm in whatever respect it's not responding?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be for the rest of his career if he's here. Yeah. I thought there was a chance he was done for. I'm until proven otherwise. I trust his work ethic. I trust his competitiveness. I trust him. So it's no slight on him. It's just I need to see. It's just the structure of his arm. I need to see him healthy. And until then I'm just gonna. He disappeared. Just like it was. He got like a sack over his head and thrown into a van. Just like,
he got
like,
disappeared.
I'm out of the thing that you need me for. So but I'm just done. That's it. And then no explanations. Very suspect.
Yeah, we're gonna go Framber and Luis Garcia 4 times and just hope that the offense will carry it. You and
we have Justin Verlander.
I totally I put this on Twitter yesterday. I was like, I totally forgot.
We're good again. Oh shit! I just got totally pumped again. Play Gasolina. Play Bailamos. Let the rhythm take you over, Bailamos.
But I remember one of our postseason episodes last year. We're like, it's really not good that they're not gonna pitch McCullers in the ALCS or the World Series. Like this is bad,
terrible.
And do you think do you put that on the Astros or is it maybe it's Dusty, maybe it's Strom, maybe it's McCullers himself for taking the ball in game 4 on short rest? Or is that just something that can happen at any point? And it was terrible timing.
I mean, it was the all scary and ominous forearm strain. So that either means it's a forearm strain and you're in trouble, but also that means Tommy John. So I mean, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened when he tore everything. So I don't know. I wish I had a gauge of like what goes into with an injury like that, like taking care of your asset or the pitcher taking care of itself, slashed with being a competitor, trying to win a World Series, doing the best you can. I mean, there's got to be some sort of, you got to kind of compound both of those. And that was just a quick shutdown. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to throw and try. It was just like he just disappeared and just didn't come back. And haven't heard anything about it. I don't think he got surgery, but another one. It's possible.
That's what's weird about it, because the first go round with this, like he still came in to throw like an inning because he was like, well, I can't make this worse. And then had the Tommy John surgery, and this time it wasn't even like it was just like he's not anywhere to be found.
Yeah, and it had to be a different injury because he had like no fucking ligaments in his arm and was throwing it in 2017, and he was just like, no, I can't get any worse. I'm just gonna just throw it. Or was it 27? Was it not 2017? Sometime
it was 2018. I think it was 18.
Yeah, 2018. He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw. So that's a little disconcerting as well. I don't know if after you've had that injury, you can't push it because it'll tear again. That's probably what it is. You can't throw because you'll tear your whole elbow and your arm again. So I don't know.
Do you sit there and in times of self-reflection and quiet, do you think the Astros with a healthy Lance McCullers could have 3 World Series?
yeah. If they had a healthy Lance McCullers and just a serviceable manager in 2019, just a manager that was just adequate, that just didn't mess up, just anyone that wasn't just gonna just absolutely blow you a World Series. So yeah, McCullers would definitely help, but and just a serviceable manager would have helped out as well. So
a Twitter poll, just a
at least
Twitter
for
poll
two
manager.
of them. At least for 2 of them, it would be 2 World Series, and we'd be a lot happier with that second one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I was excited. Now I'm mad again. I just remembered what the Braves did, and now the 2 World Series losses I'm very upset now.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna listen to Bailamos.
I'm definitely gonna blast Santificatus Scapularios here as soon as we're maybe during the episode, but at the minimum as soon as we're done.
Yeah, I guess just the whole Braves series just flashed before my eyes, and I got very upset, and I was about to say something that was very homophobical, but I didn't.
That's good. That's a good thing you didn't. That's progress. That's good.
I'm just saying when I would have said it, so people are like, okay, you would have said that there, but I'm not. So it is progress. But anyway.
Yeah. You held up. That was good.
I mean, you can't. I have a little bit of an attitude and a swagger when I'm wearing this drip.
It's true.
I don't know if you see this, but I am in a Rizzoli and Isles hoodie. So honestly, truth be told, we are kind of the Rizzoli and Isles of podcasting.
So I have to ask, like, how do you come in possession of a Rizzoli and Isles hoodie?
You just worship 2 powerful women. One who's the only homicide detective on the Boston force. You know how terrible that is for her. She gets just harassed every day. And then you just got a well-dressed, zany medical examiner. They become best friends, not lesbians. I know they were praised for being LGBT, but they were not. They were not together. They were just together, but they weren't together. And they were just. It's just powerful, and it moved us. But yeah, I bought it at Goodwill.
Oh, I love it. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's cool.
Yeah, so if I can't wait till I get my Franklin and Bash sweatpants, and then I'll
Real burn notice visor. I'm gonna
all TNT programming, but all pretty good. Franklin and Bash, not a bad show.
I've never seen a minute of that. I was really hoping this would be like, no, I was a writer on Rizzoli and Isles. Like that's what I was.
I wish I would be. I don't have the chops to write for two powerful women joining forces to in a world in a city that's just stacked against them, and their best in their friendship really just pays dividends for the city, for crime, and for each other. So shout out to Rizzoli and Isles. We're gonna miss them.
Well done. Yeah. Yeah. Spring training game. Will you watch the Astros play the Cardinals on Friday?
Yeah,
probably Friday afternoon. Are you going to watch it? Or will you? I do not watch spring training games.
I mean, I'll put it on, especially the first one. There's a little bit of excitement, and then I realize there's number 77 that I've never heard of is grounding out, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I forgot that these aren't games. I don't want to see people get in game shape. Nobody cares. Nobody's trying. But I do want to see baseball come back, and then I'll kind of fade. I'll watch certain pitchers. I want to see what Forrest Whitley's up to. See how he's gonna break our hearts this season.
Yeah, he exists again.
But yeah, stuff like that. So I'll watch those guys and young guys hitting stuff. But I'm not like keeping score or anything. It's not. Those are, I mean, close to unwatchable. Spring training baseball is. I don't care who's playing. Brutal.
No, yeah. I stopped doing Astros County a little over a year ago, and it's crazy, just the routine, the day-to-day of not like it was sort of obsessive, but I wasn't looking. I was looking at box scores from like Corpus or Sugarland or Fayetteville or wherever, but just a year away from doing sort of that whole shtick. I'm looking at the prospect list. I'm like, I've never even heard of this dude. It's just how quickly everything can move on if you're not paying such close attention to it. And now I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to talk. Why do I even still have a Twitter account? It's just to get some jokes off every now and then. I'm not bringing any value to the table whatsoever.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same. It's really bad that both hosts of the baseball show are not are not on the up and up. I'm paying more attention now. I couldn't even think about it with the pandemic, with COVID going on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I had mask mandates to worry about, and I was trying to get Trump reelected. It's just stuff like that. So it was
overthrowing the Capitol.
So I'm paying attention again. I don't like not knowing. I don't like, I'll be on Twitter and everybody will be like, oh, this blah, blah, blah is awesome. And a couple of people are lying because they saw somebody else say it. Yeah. But I'm just like, oh, I'm supposed to know this. It makes me feel inadequate as a fan because I've always been the most knowledgeable of, and I probably still am around people. They're always, everybody, I don't know if this happens to you, but everybody in my peripheral asks me about the Astros. I'm like, well, I got to take it one day at a time. I'm just like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm on heroin. I haven't watched any of it.
I was on the radio in Louisiana. Actually,
they still haven't asked me back. Come on, buddy. RP3, come on, man.
I'll shoot him a text because we're legit.
I will wake up. I'm a professional now.
That's the thing. It was the first time I've ever done it. I was supposed to be on at 7:02 a.m. on Friday. And it was spring break, and I stayed up late watching Drive to Survive. And I woke up.
I saw your post. That's funny.
I woke up and it was I went from I was asleep to I was talking on the radio within 3 minutes, and he's asking me all these CBA questions, and I'm like, man, I was asleep 6 minutes ago. I got through it, and I think I sounded knowledgeable, but I felt terrible. The producer. She has a really the new producer has a really cool, her name's actually Hannah Five Names, that's her name. Really? Hannah Five Names. And that's
pretty sick. It's better than Cody. Cody was a harasser, but yeah, I've done that on Alan Michael. I did it so many times where I had to like, and he would already be doing a funny bit when I'd be like, I mean, literally just woke up from the phone ringing from him calling over and over again and on the radio, and it was not pleasant. It's really tough to do that.
I felt terrible. We've been doing that for what, like 6 years, 5 or 6 years.
That's
and
crazy.
I've never just overslept that hard.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So hopefully you're punished, and now this is my chance to get back in.
You're back in.
Which I will blow the very first time. Something will happen. Forget I'm on the radio and do. Oh no, my bits would go over well in that part of the country. And everybody, all my stuff would not be. It would all be taken literally. So, yeah, the swamp people loves them some bigotry. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I miss doing that though. I miss Alan Michael. I miss that station. But yeah, RP3 is the man.
I love him. I think we're trying to meet up next month for a Sugarland game. So I'll let you know when that is.
Yeah, you should absolutely do that. Yeah, that's the thing. That is my goal for this year, is to not necessarily keep up with Sugarland, but I'm just kind of go more. And I mean, there's having a AAA team 5 minutes away with a full of just fucking future superstars, big leaguers. There is no reason not to go take advantage of it. The park's beautiful.
Yeah.
Go drink some beers. Like I cannot be I cannot be allowed to not go do that.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'll let you know when we get that set up. You can turn it into like a big Twitter thing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see everybody from Twitter. I'm barely on there now. I've been shadow banned. My tweets don't even go to anybody because I don't post enough.
I have spurts. I have like days where, like today, like with that late Leeds United goal, like I think I've tweeted more today than I have in a single day in months, but it was all just like one word, like all caps, like Joffy tweets. And like just if you are not watching what I am watching, then it does not make sense at all.
I love that. You might as well. Fuck it. So many people are doing that. They're just like, yeah, just that's my favorite. That is my favorite kind of tweet. Just like, yeah, just like reactions to one thing you're watching, but it's not something that everybody's watching. You're watching Franklin and Bash. You're watching Rizzoli and Isles. Like you just,
yeah.
People are doing that. They'll be like, yeah, I'm live tweeting this one. They're the only one doing it. I'm just like, all right, man, that's pretty sick. But yeah, it is funny to just do that. Fuck it. You might as well. Everybody else is yelling into the void.
One of the funniest tweets is like maybe you've seen it, where it's like there's always one guy arguing with himself who's out there tweeting like but I was told Steph Curry couldn't shoot, and it's just like making stuff up to argue about. Like that one makes me laugh like quite a lot.
Yeah, they quote, they're the quote tweet masters. They're the quote tweeting that just, yeah, they always, yeah, it's always something like that.
Yeah, so funny.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah, I see those things all the time with some of the people that are in our periph online that are just, and I'll just be like, what are you, like, that's your take? Like, what are you, it's crazy. I can't give any personal detail. I'm not doxing anybody, but yeah, there's just some of you are dumb.
There's some shenanigans.
Just
there's
that.
Definitely shenanigans.
Idiots.
All right, what else you got? You got anything?
The rule changes. What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? If you're hearing this, yeah, you're probably offended that I'm cursing. What the fuck? I'm pissed.
What rule changes? The pitch clock. That's I don't like it.
Yeah, the shift. Are you banning the shift is ridiculous.
So I was able to wake up enough to answer this question on Friday. What I don't get is they want to speed up games. Well, wouldn't a quick ground out help speed up the game, because you have placed your infielders in a perfect spot where so now you have a pitch clock, okay, which that's going to hurry the pitcher.
Maybe didn't they have one and they just really, I mean, and you just get a violation? What, did you get a ball if it expires?
I don't know.
Like a shot clock in basketball, you get one
shot
lash
violation
on the no, everything fell. No. Yeah, you get like they have to punish if they have a thing.
Yeah.
You know, they had the warm-up clock. That's what it was for before the warm-up pitches.
So you want to speed up the game, but you cannot put your defenders in a position to get a quick ground ball. So there's going to be more hits.
Well, actually, that's not necessarily true. For the shift thing, I got to make sure this battery doesn't run out. So they can't have their feet on the outfield, and they can't. I'm assuming you can't cross over the base. I think you could still do shifts. It's the outfield, player in center field, player in right field that they're trying to eliminate. I think other shifts are still infield shifts are going to be able to take place. So it's kind of a weird change. Yeah, that no foot, like Correa has range. Why he can't play that deep because he has the arm to throw him out? Why? That's kind of stupid. I don't like that at all. That's just
is this the Joey Gallo rule?
Yeah, it really is. It's just a slippery slope. I don't telling you can't teams they can't strategize. You can't put your players where it's very that not good.
That's really stupid.
It's bad because what are they going to ban next?
I do like that they got rid of the extra inning runner on second rule.
They did? Okay, so I'm not even sure these are officially in. I thought it was like tentative approvals because they didn't have all of the makings up of what they're going to do and like how do you punish? Yeah, just how do you go about it? The base thing's good.
Yeah.
Save some ankles and maybe you get an extra stolen base. I was hoping they would get giant and they look ridiculous, but they are noticeably bigger though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah. The game speed is something they are hung up on, and we touch on it every time that like if you're a baseball fan, you're there for the amount of time that it takes. Like it's already long. Like you are not gonna do anything. It's like one of those, what's the word? Okay, it's a possibly on the spectrum autistic person that edits movies, and they like work really extremely hard to take 15 seconds off of Goodfellas by editing things. I mean, that doesn't do anything.
Right. And then if you're in for 2 hours and 57 minutes, you're going to be in for 3 hours and 9 minutes. Like that 12 minutes that it seems like it's way more important to the league than it is to anybody who actually enjoys baseball.
Yeah, if diluting the product in any way, which they are, it makes it worse. So yeah, so all they did with those rule changes are dilute the product. No robot umps because that stupid union. Yeah, they're the Sugarland is apparently they're gonna have the robot umps at the Sugarland this year, which is pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean we should have it. So that's a little aggravating that they're doing anything but helping the league. That's always been my grievance.
It does seem like they're trying it at AAA. Like that's a good sign. If that's something that if you are looking for robot umps, then it's probably coming. As long as it's not a disaster in AAA.
Yeah, so they've been the shift thing, the robot umps, the
pitch clock.
Yeah, the rolling trimmers in the outfield and the bottomless pit and behind the pitcher's mound. Yeah, all those things they've been working out pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they do it. Are they just empty gestures? They just want to look like they're doing something and then like leave me alone. We're doing stuff. Nobody's cheating unless you make me say something, then somebody is cheating, but we'll handle that. Just don't mess with us. We don't want to change anything.
Yeah.
We want to progress the league, but we don't want to do anything that will progress it.
Right.
Under any circumstance.
No, do it. Let's be clear. We are not trying to change anything, but we're going to make a bunch of small changes that don't actually change anything.
Like, and this is everybody's going to scream this answer. Does that like fall on Manfred? Like, because I can't imagine that you have a team like that of just people whose whole job or career even is to pay attention and to have their finger on the pulse. To be that tone deaf, I just don't understand it. Like, I feel like fixing the sport and kind of bring it into the modern age and then marketing it for younger people is so easy, and that they're not doing it is it's wild to me. They don't market their superstars. They put play postseason games on in the afternoon when nobody can watch it, stack them up where you can only watch one game. I mean, they're fucking retarded. Sorry, I said it. I'm sorry.
No, that's exactly, you're exactly right. Like what should be the driving force of appealing to a younger audience, if that's what they actually want to do, is make it to where Trout and Ohtani and Correa and Bray, all these younger, all of these players that have personality, the Tatis and Vlad Jr. and you make them accessible, and it's almost like the way Major League Baseball sees it is, it's a bunch of like white 70-year-old like billionaires that if someone is paying attention to Vlad Jr., then they're not paying attention to the owner, and they don't want that to happen. So they're going to limit the marketability of the product that they are in charge of, that they are the caretakers of, to make sure that the Players Association is not that successful, rather than just go all in and realize like there's a ton of money to be made on every side here. We can coexist like that. It's like that thought doesn't exist.
Yeah, who'd have thought that? I mean, I guess they were in the short list, but who would have thought that the baseball owners would be the racist ones, and the NFL just somehow understands that Pat Mahomes is the future, so they just put his face on everything,
everything,
and then he's a superstar. I mean, obviously he's good, but it's crazy how that they're like, oh, he's the face of the league, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, cool.
I thought they had kind of pivoted with Tatis and Vlad Jr. I thought they were like the home run thing. They looked like they were trying to like embrace that, but it's just wild to me that they can't. It is a cool sport. I don't care what anybody. It is tight to see somebody hit a 500-foot home run, or it's like, I don't let people fool you. Yeah, there's a lot of math involved. That is for dorks. We understand that, but baseball is awesome.
It's very cool.
Yes, so you don't get twisted. Football, honestly, football really is the boring sport if we're really breaking it down. I like football. I like football, but really, if you break it down, just the stoppages and just what's going on, and a boring football game is worse than a boring baseball game.
100% correct. I actively, I have rooting interests. I do like OU, which I know isn't great.
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, just all day. I
love it. I also will join you for OU just to make anybody else upset.
I'm gonna make Van mad.
We'll do the horns down, and
horns down for no reason. Like at an OU Iowa State game, horns down. But yeah, no. The NBA has done a really good job of capitalizing on there's a ton of attention on like old LeBron and Westbrook, but like Ja Morant is one of the most fun. I don't even pay attention to the NBA, and I know who Ja Morant is, and I know that he's freaking amazing.
Yeah, they have the formula. They have the formula for. I mean, that's the whole thing is the young guys. So they've done that from probably since Jordan.
Yeah, from the jump. I mean, you're right. No, they've got a head start.
I remember when I was still in like collecting sports cards and stuff. Yeah, the rookies were always the thing to get. When Allen Iverson and Jerry Stackhouse and all those guys came in, I mean, it was. Rookies are crucial, like, because you watch college basketball and you watch them. I don't know. I mean, the only one that's been a bust and they've botched is our boy Zion.
Yeah. And I think that
he can't stop going to Cafe Du Monde, and I can't blame him.
That's another issue with baseball, is that like you watch the NFL draft, you watch the NBA draft because you want to see like what new guy is going to help your team next year. And with baseball, it's like, okay, we just drafted Correa. That's cool. We'll see him in 2015. Like, it's going to be 3 or 4 years before you're going to watch this draft actually pay off. Like, it's such a weird timeline.
It is.
And it's just how different baseball is to every other sport. And you just have to embrace being different. And I don't know what the league's problem is with that.
Yeah, for sure. That's true. But there's also, I mean, there's something to be said for that too. You fully develop them. You can calculate how you're going to market. I mean, think about the guys that, the Ohtanis, or the people that you've only heard about, and you watch their first at bat, their first start on the mound, and you're fucking stoked to just
Yeah.
see what this is all about. Like people, they still do it. So I mean, it can be done.
Like, we've been talking about
You're
Adley
like,
Rutschman.
so someone blah blah's called up. Oh my God, you gotta watch it for certain players. And of course you pay attention to your own team and stuff. But yeah, you do. You'd be drafted number 1 every year, and you're just like, you just know you're gonna suck. Yeah, I guess you're gonna be having melancholy anyway because your team sucks. You're like, all right, at least we'll be good in a few years. But you can't get stoked for anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember getting stoked for. I mean, I love what we did with those picks. I'm just like, hell yeah. But I'm just like, this. Can we fast forward to there? Because this is not going to be great for a while.
Well, and the crazy thing is that the Astros 2012 draft was seen as this like gold standard of this absolutely perfect draft, and it's really only Correa and McCullers like that. They carried that entire, because you got two
roster spots. That's incredible. That's that's two star players. That's great.
2 stars, but out of what 40 picks that you just made, like that's crazy. Like, the draft goes so deep, and that's
I'm gonna pull that up. Who else? No, you're right. But I mean, to even be an adequate big leaguer and not flop out, like, that's wild. I was watching that Bregman's web show, which I want to get on that. He had like a bunch of people sitting at the table, like Paul Wall. I want to get on his show. So Bregman, you didn't come on our show, so put me on yours.
Yeah.
So I can talk about it. But he was saying just like how the jump up in stuff from the pitchers from coming from college into minor league, that it was unreal to adjust to like the breaking balls, and just that it was like you couldn't even fathom the stuff. Like, I can't imagine having to like almost learn a new sport, or just be like, I've never seen this. Like, that's got to be your career is on the line, everything you've built up to that point, and you've just like, I can't hit this. It's hard. It's faster and it moves more than anything I've ever seen. It's just like, fuck. And all that pressure. That's wild that some people like can just do it. It's crazy to think about, honestly.
Yeah. All right. I've got the 2012 draft pulled up.
Okay.
So
first pick, Rizzoli. Second pick, Mara Isles. All right. The 2 back-to-back.
Correa was first, obviously. 41st overall pick, Lance McCullers Jr. And then it goes Nolan Fontana.
Okay. Good name.
Brady Rogers.
Hell yeah.
Rio Ruiz.
Great name as well.
Andrew Applin.
Great name as well.
Brett Phillips. Preston Tucker.
Okay.
Preston Tucker, Tyler Heineman, Dan Miner, and Joe Bircher. That's your first 10 rounds.
Okay, Brett Phillips. That's good. So
Nolan Fontana played 20 games in the majors. Brady Rogers got
retired
8 games.
In cheese. He's in a cheese game. He's in a Fontana cheese.
Yeah. Brady Rogers got in 8 games. Rio Ruiz 315 games. Andrew Applin, the 5th round pick, has not yet made the majors. Brett Phillips 271 games. Preston Tucker 243 games. Tyler Heineman 20 games. And then the other 2 guys didn't make it. So you've got Correa and McCullers at the top, and then you've got less than 1,000 games among every other pick.
Well, you got to think that, I mean, I don't know what they're judging on, but if you draft a player that hits postseason home runs and is an all-star and is contributing like he did, and McCullers as well, what he did in the ALCS, that's pays for itself just right there. It's got to skew it just so far. Yeah, if you land and actually hit gold, it's got to change the metrics and move the needle some. But that is interesting that still doesn't feel like a gold standard, even though your first 2 picks are unreal. Like, you probably don't get that very often. Ever. And so that does make sense. Then maybe I talked myself into it. Yeah, you get 2 players like that in consecutive picks. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, from round 9 to round 40, only 2 guys made the majors, and they've combined for 9 major league games in their career. And that's the draft that was 10 years ago. So you're kind of looking, if you haven't made it by now, you're probably not going to make it.
Yeah, that sucks.
So it just shows what a crapshoot it is, and that's not really how it is in the NBA or in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it is a crapshoot. NFL definitely is. You get quarterbacks and yeah, pretty much with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You get. I guess it is in all sports. Basketball, because you're playing. Yeah, the game's more physical and you have more super athletes in the NBA. But if you're playing D1, you're playing for Duke. You can hoop, and they know you can hoop. You're playing with You're playing with pros at in the summer camps and at the Drew League and all that stuff. So like they have a better gauge that way. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's tough. Where you're like you have to like draft for like aptitude for adjusting and potential, which is crazy.
Yeah.
This kid can hit now, but hopefully he will learn how to do the thing that he has no idea exists right now. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no, he's dominating northern Wisconsin high school baseball. Let's see how he does against, freaking Justin Verlander.
That's every player. That's almost every kid too. Like you are so much better than everybody that you play already. Probably getting into Pony League, you're better than everybody, and probably all the way through high school, you're just whatever position you play, you're hitting 600, you're hitting home runs. If you pitch, you're untouchable. Like if you are pro material, you are so head and shoulders above everybody else that you just mow through everybody. That it's got to be really tough to adjust when you go, and even if knowing that it's going to happen. With the minors, you get the AA ball and suddenly everybody can play and you're like, what the fuck? And you've never seen anything like that. That's gotta be just, that's not great. I don't know. That'd freak me out where I'm just like, I don't know what any of this is.
I'm bad for the first time in my life. Like I'm not good at this. And the psychological impact of that, like it's crazy.
That's why they have all those people that are there for that. That's got to be pretty much your job. If you're managing in the minors, you're not trying to do much. Just like
you're trying to keep everyone from going
don't break
insane.
Any of these kids' psyches. Yeah, just like keep everybody their head up. Yeah, that's crucial. I really never thought about it that much, but yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
that pressure. Just thinking like, yeah, you're trying to make it your dream. And you just have to, I can't even imagine because I don't know how long you played baseball, but I faced Josh Beckett, and although I did hit an opposite field triple, and I celebrated and I did like a pop and lock. It was pretty sick. But number one, fuck Josh Beckett, bitch ass Josh Beckett. But also, it was terrifying and the most ungodly. That curveball. I mean, he threw harder than everybody, which was very, very scary. But the curveball was so ridiculous that it's like playing wiffle ball or one of those like wind things that do the super. It was like kids were laughing, like just like yeah, I have no chance. It's just like, well, I don't even know. It was wild. Nobody had a curveball. It was just it's so much different than anything I've ever seen. It was like to have that on exponentially increased with everybody you face, no matter what you're doing. Wild.
Yeah, every single pitcher. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
But fuck Josh Beckett, bitch ass Josh Beckett couldn't even get me out. Are you kidding me?
I've heard that I've heard that before. Like that's not a crazy. That's not on a personal level. Like that's not a crazy recap of Josh Beckett.
But you know who I won't call a bitch, even though I dominated, is Matt Albers.
Yeah, no, you are well established on the record as being pro Matt Albers.
Matt Albers ended up having such a great career that made me smile every time that I was like, he was pitching with the Brewers, who put in double-digit years as a Major League Baseball player. That makes me so happy.
Good for him.
Hell yeah, like that rules. Like that's crazy. Going there to pitch in and just like, man, you're still playing? That wild.
Still getting Major League Baseball players out. That's cool.
Yeah, shout out to Albers. Yeah, that's it.
Right,
the rule changes made me mad. I don't know. That's about it. I'm stoked for baseball. Pretty sick.
Next week we can do deep dives on the first 3 spring training games.
Well, you're not. You just said you're not going to watch it.
What does it mean?
You got your
what does it all
Drive
mean?
to Survive or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna watch that.
Yeah, I tried watching Euphoria, and I was like, I already got put on a list. I got put on a list for being almost 40 and watching Euphoria. I was like, I can't. Now I'm on a list, so thanks. So yeah, I don't know, but all right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do some sort of preview or something. We talked a lot of baseball the last few weeks. We actually gave more baseball episodes than anybody could have ever imagined.
And really what they deserve. Nobody deserved
True,
that.
True. You're right. But don't tell them that. So next
Yeah.
episode is going to be a celebration. It's going to be it's the 9/11 number. So we're all excited about it. It's 420.
This was episode 168. You are not prepared for what we have planned for episode.
Yeah, I can't. I got my Cole Hamels pinata. It's gonna be Sex Easter. So Sex Easter 2 is next week. So we can't wait. All right, man. Are you back at school this week?
Yeah, spring break's over. It sucks. I might call in sick tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, you should. That's a good move. And you got to return the neon Nissan Xterra that you rented to drive down the beach. All right, go be with your family.
All right.
Goodbye.
Very
Give me my best.
I will.
Goodbye. All right.